What is going on, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard with the Gaming Brigade, doing kind of a test thing today. Yeah, planning something for next week, but wanted to be able to chat with you live, answer questions, all that good stuff. So hopefully some of you will swing by and check this thing out, get some notifications. Haven't done one of these in the morning before, but yeah, I mean, hopefully you guys are going to show up. If so, feel free to jump in that chat. Let me know that you're here. I'm going to give it a few minutes for hopefully people to show up. Hope everyone is good this morning, staying healthy and safe, all that good stuff. If you're here and you can hear me all right, do me a favor, hit me with a thumbs up in the comment section. I would greatly appreciate that. Just going to get this out there. Give me a second, my friends. Yeah. Good stuff. All right. Let's get this moving. So anyway, so the goal of today's video is to really just show you just some of the farming methods I use. I want to answer some of the questions you obviously send the channel. What's up, Steven? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. The main focus of today's video is first and foremost, and I'll be saying this throughout the video itself, so you'll hear me say it multiple times. This footage is all pre-recorded. I wanted an opportunity to be able to actually focus. What's up, Easy? What's up, Vaughn? I wanted an opportunity to actually focus on you guys, you know, the community. I didn't want to just be focused on the game. I want to be able to chat with you, answer questions, all this stuff. It's for something I'm working on for next week. One of the most commonly asked questions I get here has to do with farming and different, you know, how I farm, where I farm, what I do, how often do I play the game, all that stuff. So I wanted to give you kind of a quick breakdown for a little bit. You know, I'll probably be on here for like an hour or so just to, you know, answer questions, all that stuff. Paul the King, hello. Hi from the UK. Appreciate you. Thank you. It's so good to see so many of you here that I've talked to, or not talked to, you know, via chat. But this is what I want to do. I want to be able to, you know, chat with you. I wish I could say I can play the game and focus on chat at the same time, but I can't. Just doesn't work that way, guys. I just can't multitask that route. I try, I do my best, but it doesn't really work that well. What I'd like to do really quick is I want to test firing the weapon and chat. So if you could do me a favor and just let me know if my voice still sounds okay over the fire, that'd be great, so I can adjust the sound accordingly. So I'm going to fire away for a few minutes. Again, let me know if my voice is still decent over the actual sound of the firearm. Otherwise, I want to drop that sound so that way I'm not talking, you know, you can't hear my voice over, you know, what's going on in the actual game. All right, cool. Now it sounds, do me a favor, if it sounds good with the weapon firing, give me 2 thumbs up. That way I know we're referring to that. It's, you know what I'm saying? I have to keep remembering I'm live right now. You know what, and that's the other thing. It's the best time for me to do this, like, because the kids are at school, everyone's gone, wife's at work. It's so quiet in the house, dude. It's amazing. Morrow Man, I will be streaming for probably anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. Thank you for the double thumbs up, Scott. Appreciate it, my friend. Okay, good. Good. So what I'll do is, first of all, throughout this video, you're going to see a bunch of different builds. And what I will do is I'm going to leave a link to all of the builds that I'm putting together. All the builds that you see on the screen, I will leave a link to those. There should be already a link, excuse me, in the description down below. So, yeah, that way you can check them out. I'm not going to be able to go, obviously, through the build breakdown. Again, my friends, to be clear, I said this before. I want to make sure I reiterate it. This is pre-recorded footage from yesterday. I wanted to have something up so I can chat with you and really focus on the community, answering questions, all that good stuff. That's why it says live chat and live stream. Huge shout out to Kamikaze Von Doom for making sure I made that correction, because you guys know I'm transparent here. I don't want you to, I'm not going to pretend I'm playing when I'm talking if I'm not actually doing that. Oh yeah, Morrow. I think I'm going to be doing these a lot more. I just wanted to try something out first thing in the morning. You know what I mean? Just to give it a shot.
Hope you cleared your schedule.
Mr. Bradley, thank you so much. I'm happy that you just found the channel, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, you know, I've just tried to build a toxic-free gaming environment where people work together, help each other out. Scott, you're a noob. How do you unlock the shield where you can shoot the primary weapon with? Well, I don't. It depends on the specialization. So what you need to do is, I think most of the shields are unlocked. I'm going to have to look into that exactly. Let me get back to you on that one, because it's been a while since I've done that. If anyone in chat knows, feel free to answer. I'm not sure if it actually has to do with unlocking certain aspects of the specialization or not. So I know with Gunner, you can use the Crusader shield, which means you can fire anything but an LMG with it. Striker shield is the same thing. So I thought those were already unlocked right out of the gate, but let me know if that's not the case, guys. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure I get this post out to people. And this way, yeah, like I said. So what you're looking at right now, if you give me like 2 seconds, I just want to make sure I tweet and put this in the community and all that stuff. But what you're looking at right now is footage from my gameplay yesterday. So one of the most commonly asked questions I get at the channel is, how do I farm? Where do I go? And it all really depends on what I'm looking for. So for instance, right now, my focus is God-rolled mods. I've had the worst luck getting them. Can't seem to find them anywhere. On Monday, I did a news video talking about it, and a lot of you are in the same boat. Here's an idea, or excuse me, here's an example of what I do. Farming in the summit, floor 10, boss farm. I'll go into details in a second on what I do, but just give me 2 seconds. I want to make sure I get this message out real quick. And then I'll go back and I will look at all of your, what's it called? All of your messages and notes. I'm still here. I'm just chatting, typing. Let's see what we got. Let's do this. Copy that. I'm gonna say it out loud. That way I don't screw things up. You know what I'm saying? Good morning. This is behind the scenes. You guys are seeing behind the scenes right now. Good morning, Division family. Morning. At the Division 2 family. Chat with me live. Simple, you know what I'm saying? Always got to make sure that you actually check your spelling, because yeah, it's you can send the wrong stuff sometimes, and it could sound pretty freaking creepy. Let me tell you, I've almost made a few missteps, excuse me, on Twitter, and it's like, oh, that would have been bad. All right. Let's get this one out, and then I'm hyper focused on you guys again. Test run. I'll go into more details, blah 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 blah, in a minute. Okay, got that message out. Now we're going to do the same thing via YouTube, and then I'll go back and look at your questions as well. Oh crap, my bad. Hang on, let's fix this. Like 30 seconds, guys, and I'm back on the screen. So for those of you who are just turning in, see, again, live, dude, this stuff's gonna happen. Those of you just tuning in, excuse me, pre-recorded footage. What I'm doing is showing you some of my favorite farming methods in the game, and more importantly, taking the time and actually chatting with you. All I need to do is actually get a post out real quick, letting everyone know that this is happening. So I'm gonna do that, and then my hyper focus is going to be on you guys. This is something I'm going to be doing a lot moving forward. I will obviously be doing actual live streams where I'm playing, you know, actually live. But right now, like I said, I want to do a few a week, or at least one a week, where I can just take this time, focus on you, the community, answer questions that you send the channel, all that good stuff. So, with that being said, let's scroll, see where we're at. Back to the division, long hiatus. Thank you very much, Mars. I really appreciate that. So one of the things I wanted to do was, and you guys have heard me say this 1,000 times, is just build a toxic-free gaming community. People work together, help each other out. You know, most people are casual gamers, and I'm going to get into some specifics of the gameplay you're looking at in a second, but, you know, I wanted to build that place where people just have fun, enjoy the game, regardless of your skill level. Most people just play when they can, you know what I mean? And so I'm really glad you guys appreciate that. I appreciate it a lot. What's up, Sketchy Boy? Winter storm in Texas. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, that's good. Well, no, it's not good that you're home because of a winter storm. That sucks. I lived in Austin. I lived in Bee Cave, Texas for like 2 years. Absolutely loved it. Okay, Scott, you say the Crusader shield is locked for you. That's what you're referring to. You're only level 17. Yeah, I think you probably just have to level up. Mr. Bradley, I do not have a... and just call me Graybeard, dude. There's a whole long story. I'll get into my name. A lot of people have asked how I got my name. We'll get into that at another point. But I do not have a Discord. I might have one at one point, but we'll just kind of have to see what happens with that. Eddie, yeah, new to the game and love it. I got to tell you, you're coming into the game at a great time. You really are, because, you know, there's a lot of new stuff on the way. And we're going to get into that in this video as well. But really quick, I want to focus on the footage that you're looking at. So one thing that I love doing is I love putting together farming videos. You guys have probably seen a bunch of mine. One of my favorite farming methods, and this is in the description down below, there's a link to this specific video for the summit. It's an unlimited summit boss farm. Now, you can do this on level 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. And depending on how high you are, you're going to encounter more named bosses. What you need to do is this. Now, for some reason for me, and I've heard this from a lot of people, this is how I was able to get, you know, the bighorn on my own. Legendary, set my targeted loot to assault rifles, and I farmed the boss on level 10 of the summit over and over and over again. And you can see in the footage in a different video, in a farming video for bighorn, you can see it. Excuse me. But the goal is this. So what you do is you go into the room, you start clearing NPCs. You're going to see the named enemy pop out. Once he pops out, you take him out, you pick up the loot. You'll see right here. So I take out the enemy. All I'm going to do at this point, I'm going to pick up the loot. I'm going to exit back to the lobby right away. I don't want the NPCs to kill me, because then I'm going to reload on that floor, and if the boss were to show up again, I'm not going to get that loot. However, when I reload back into the lobby, I can now go back to that floor, floor 10, and farm that boss over and over and over and over again, which I absolutely, absolutely love. And it's a great way, you know, I mean, I've gotten some really good items there. You know, we'll take a look, like on that run. So what I'm doing is each run, I'm showing you what I get. Then I'm clearing out those items. I forgot what I got in this one. Let's take a look real quick. And once I'm done chatting away, I will jump back and see what you guys are talking about. So shotgun here, nothing really to talk about. Nothing really that great. And again, we're going to start on heroic. Then I wind up jumping to legendary as well. As far as the mods go, defensive mod, bleed resistance, pretty good. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's again, I'm trying to find those god rolled ones, but again, those are like unicorns. So let's go back to chat real quick. Eddie, yep, you said new game, loving it. What keeps me playing? Honestly, DJ Sammy, what keeps me playing is this community. Absolutely amazing. Like, sincerely, like I thoroughly love the people who you know, engage in this game. And again, maybe I'm just lucky enough to where it's just, you know, the people who I've dealt with here, you know, at my channel. But I've also met so many other content creators, and you know, such a large portion of the community are gamers who want to work together. There isn't that toxic feeling. There isn't that, you know, feeling of, it's just, I just, there's something about the game. And as far as the gameplay goes, excuse me, for me, nothing like this. Like, I try to get into other games. So I'm going to be covering many other games at this channel, you know. Started covering Rainbow Six Extraction, doing some new stuff with that. This month, Elden Ring comes out. I really hope it does well. There's also Horizon Forbidden West. I love the first game, Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm going to be playing that as well. But my point is, there's been no other game than this. There hasn't been a game like this ever. And since 2016, from the first game now to the second, this is my go-to game. It's just fun, it's enjoyable, it's the community. And I started the channel, it'll be 2 years in April. So I started only covering this game. I mean, I wish I started earlier, but you know, it's the game, it's the people, man. I love it. Nice. Yeah, so Easy Roller. So we're, you guys, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about farming. We're talking about, you know, great ways to farm. I'm showing you a farming method in the summit. There's a link to how to do this in the description down below. Basically, the way it works is this. You know, you have so many different ways to farm in the game. You can hit the main bosses, missions, this, that, whatever. So from what I've heard, and Easy Roller just touched base on this right now, got 3 God-rolled crit damage mods. Lincoln Memorial and Potomac, when it was targeted loot, was the gear mods. Now, from what I've heard, when you hit those strongholds and it's gear mods, when you hit certain missions and they're gear mods, they seem to be higher. Now, I don't know if that's... I like doing test runs on stuff, but when you see certain mods behind missions that you like playing and that you're proficient at, which you hear me talk about a lot at this game, you know, you want to definitely hit those up over and over again. So when I check the map on a daily basis, I look for something at Lincoln Memorial. I mean, I can speed run that thing in about 8 minutes on Heroic with 4 directives. 8 to 10 minutes, you know, depending on if things get sideways or there's like rogue agents or something crazy. But point is, you're getting 4 named bosses in those 10 minutes. Now, you can also do stuff at the summit, which you're seeing here, you know, and you can pick your targeted loot, which is great. But I've heard both sides. Like, I've gotten some decent stuff at the summit, but I always get better loot in the open world. I'd love to hear your opinion as well, but for me, when I see, you know, those mods at a mission I love, I definitely want to jump in. Lieutenant Dan, thank you. Appreciate it. Zoomer Dark Zone. Okay, so Volcanic Lightning. Hey, Sergeant, there's a rumor that Dark Zone exclusives and crafting exclusive items are coming to be going into open world, but can only be obtained by rogue agents. What do you think? All right, so first of all, one thing, I love the idea of everything in regards to, you know, there's a lot of speculation, there's this, there's that, there's news, whatever. And then one thing I want to touch base on really quick is, and I said this, I think, even in Monday's video, even when the source is the game itself, things change so fast. So I love the idea of, you know, having rogue agents give you a percentage of dropping certain Dark Zone exclusive items. Absolutely love it. Now, to be perfectly clear, I would love playing in the Dark Zone if it wasn't so toxic. I really would. And it's not about, oh, someone took my stuff, because it's player versus player. That's what it's for. It's for that. But I've just heard too many stories, and to be honest with you, another thing as well is the loot quality from what I've seen in my small time playing in the Summit, loot quality sucks. Like, if you're going through that much of a headache to actually get loot from, I think I said Summit, but I meant Dark Zone. If you go through that much effort to get loot out of the Dark Zone and it's such a low quality, I don't see the point of venturing in, again, unless you're just wanting to, you know, smash heads and do that kind of stuff. I think that having DZ exclusive items from rogue agents would be great. Always remember you can get them from named caches. I personally think they should be running, I think they should be doing, you know, those global events nonstop until we get something new. So, yeah, I could see behind that. Yes. Scott, at level 40 endgame, there are rogue agents in the open world. I actually have a video on that as well. I did not put the link in it, but in this video, excuse me. But yeah, if you do a little research on my channel, you'll be able to see it. Let's see, Mr. Bradley, I want to give you props on your Ridgeway chess piece video. Yeah, I gotta tell you, taking the grind and getting Ridgeway's Pride. So I put a Ridgeway's Pride build video together yesterday, and it just melts. And actually, that's what you're looking at, I think, right now in this footage. What are we on? Are we on, and my aim is just all over the board, but yeah, I think we're on Heroic. I'm pretty sure I'm running Ridgeway's right now. But if you go to the footage from yesterday and you look at the build, the thing just melts, dude. It's absolutely insane. One thing I want to tell you, Mr. Bradley, is if you are going to, you know, go through the summit, do all of that stuff, in order for the project to show up, and this is a commonly asked question I get all the time, specifically on that video, is you need to do every single floor on the summit in order to get the project to show up. So let's say, you know, you only have, you know, you obviously have to get all the pieces, and you can, you know, pieces are locked behind floors 1 through 20, 20 through 40, 40 through 60, 60 through 80, 80 through 100. If you skip any of those floors at all, you're not going to get that project at the end. So you need to go 1 through 100. Every single floor you need to get. Now, hopefully on that first attempt, and I always recommend definitely do it on normal difficulty. There's no point in not doing it on a normal. Once you get through floors 1 through 100, let's say if you wind up not getting a component from one of those caches, then you can go back, matchmake, try to jump levels and get to a higher point. But definitely start this thing off by going 1 through 100 without a doubt. Let's see right now. Faction to focus on for Summit. Yeah, you know what, Rich? That's a great idea. Rich was saying it'd be awesome if you could select a faction to focus, farm, and Summit. I'd like that too. You know, it gets sideways. You'll see in a second. I think I'm about to jump to Legendary with the Black Tusk or White Tusk, whatever it is. You know, it gets sideways pretty quick. So it'd be kind of cool. Like if you can go Legendary and hit, you know, oh my gosh, imagine hitting Rikers on Legendary, or actually better yet, Cleaners. That'd be great, man, because you just shred them. They wouldn't even get to you in time because the Black Tusk on Legendary, they just rush you big time. Really quick, guys, if you are just joining again, let me take a sip of water, losing my voice here. Just joining the channel, going over some gameplay footage, showing you some farming techniques I use in the summit right now. Love this farm, absolutely. Just opening up some caches as well. If you guys are new here, feel free, do me a favor, hit that like button. It really, 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 really makes a big deal. Helps the channel out. Also, I want to, remind you, if you are brand new, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button. If you want to hit the join button as well, I'm going to put a link in chat right now. Love to have you a part of the gaming family. There's no obligation. If you can, great. If not, no worries whatsoever. But yeah, hit the like button. That truly does help out. So the more likes, the faster this thing grows and all that stuff. What else do we have? Let's see. Jacob, I don't know. I think I addressed this. That's awesome. The Ridgeway Pride video 15 minutes after you finish grinding for it. That's awesome. I'm telling you right now, all you need is Hunter's Fury. And actually, a side note, you probably want to use, I use Wicked on the bag. You'll want to use Creeping Death. That's another video that I put out. I failed to mention that in yesterday's video, but another monster talent for that build is Creeping Death. So you definitely want to consider that as well. Krasco, new subscriber, looking for Xbox Clan. And yeah, so here's the thing. So one thing I actually want to address really quick is I am going to be updating my clan. You know, no one's playing right now. And again, I'm not really active on there. I'm going to kind of be just wiping the slate clean, starting over. There are some people in there that play on a regular basis. So obviously I'm not going to give them the boot. But, you know, no one's playing the game right now because there's nothing new. But if you have a desire to do that, I will let you know in a future video once that's done. I'll let you know what the clan is and all that good stuff, and we can go from there. Okay, what is the question? Mars, Volta, you have all the pieces you need for a build, but you do not have optimization stuff. What is the easiest and fastest way to get that? Okay, This is a perfect question in regards to GOG, grumpy old guy. Sorry, I just handled that. Let me finish this question. Resources. So in my opinion, and let me know what you guys think as well. Man, I tell you, just optimization, recalibration, all that stuff cost way too much. It's just so expensive. So what I do, honestly, is I'm not sure what shade level you're at, Mars, but if you're over shade level 1000, I do one of two things. I either farm for XP, because at that point, all of your, all the different levels you get on your watch, you can spec into different things, whether it's shade resources or backpack resources or stuff like that. That'll be for a different video. But what I do is I do this. I just farm for items nonstop, break them down, and just keep doing it over and over and over again. Hey, Crosco, yeah, Robert Durant just said he's part of a clan, super active. Robert, feel free to leave that clan name in the chat. Again, dude, you guys, this is about, I don't care if you're in my clan, this clan, it doesn't matter to me. Like, find a group that you love rolling with and just enjoy it. That's why, going back to another question people were asking before is why do I keep playing this game? I love it. It's so much fun. Nice. See, look at this. Crasco and Robert. You guys are awesome. This is what I'm talking about, people. This is why I love this game. The Lion King. What is up, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah. Did you catch this? So yesterday, I was doing a test run, I guess you could call it, whatever it is. And, yeah, I went live for like 30 seconds. Thankfully, I didn't say anything whatsoever. But, it went up for like a minute, and like 10 people watched like that minute. I was like, oh crap, you know what I mean? I was like, whoa, what's going on here? So I deleted it right away, but I think Lion King was like, did you just go live? Or someone did. I had to pull that thing. Yeah. All right, so another thing I want to get into. So again, if you were just tuning in, here's what I'm doing. This is pre-recorded footage, okay? I get one of the most commonly asked questions I get at the channel, and you guys are going to hear me say this a bunch during this video if you've been here since the beginning, but what do my farming sessions typically look like when I'm looking for something? What do I do? All of that stuff. And the other thing I want to make sure I mention is that every single build you see in this video, the links are going to be in the description down below. Anyway, pre-recorded footage showing you some, what I typically do in like an hour and a half, hitting the summit, farming for certain things. This is kind of a test video. I'm putting together something for next week, but I want to be able to take time, chat with you guys, focus on you, not the gameplay, and answer any of the questions you have. As I said before, guys, yeah, you did DM me on Twitter. I appreciate you for that, King. If you haven't hit that like button as yet, please do so. You can hit that subscribe button as well, the join button, all that stuff. Would love to have you a part of the family. Really appreciate you all so much. So going back to what I was saying a minute ago. So was someone asking about the testing? I thought I may have missed that part. Oh, here we go. No, it was Canadian Demon. How would you feel? Canadian Demon? That's dark, man. How would you feel if we got another Warlords of New York expansion and we go after Sokolova, the Black Tusk Commander? Okay, so I gotta tell you, there are so many goosebumps. I swear, I'm not just saying that. This is going to be a great year for the game, and I sincerely believe that. Now, over the last 2 years, it's been very tough to be a Division 2 player. But also keep in mind, we've also had a lot of new players come to the game, people play it casually. Another thing I noticed, Mark of Blades, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Hope you're well, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. That's awesome. Guys, Mark of Blades, if you have not subscribed to his channel, go there, do that. Insane builds. Perfect example. Let me explain this. This is absolutely perfect at this moment right now. So you see I'm on legendary difficulty in the summit. The only way I can get through this thing, and I know in the later footage I wind up dying because I just get kind of tired of this build. This build is exhausting because I'm, pretty much bulletproof, but if things get sideways or if the floor plan is a certain way, you wind up just getting lit up. And when you're using a handgun, it takes forever. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up, because Mark of Blades is here. This guy puts together the baddest legendary solo build videos I've ever seen. I can't, like, the reason why I haven't done an aggressive legendary solo build, I can't, man. I try. I'm like, oh, I can. All right, I got you, Mark. I'm going to try that. And I just wind up getting lit up. So if you want to see some great, like, solo legendary footage, go to that guy's channel. The guy's awesome. Good human being. Yeah, me too, Sirius Black. Ooh, Sirius Black, right on. Mark of Blades builds, they're insane. And they just shred. It's like, gosh. It's funny because when he makes a build video, there are a few creators out there where if I see that, like Kamikaze Von Doom, Mark of Blades, you know, when I see certain builds being made, I'm like, well, I'm not going to bother trying to do that this week or next week or the week after because there's no point because they're just so well done. They're so well done. So again, again, the guy's builds are awesome. Just absolutely awesome. Mr. Don't Know What Yours. What's up, buddy? Long-time viewer, first time to be able to catch a stream. I know, right? Thank you for watching the vids. I appreciate that. You've been able to get all of your exotics by my methods. That sincerely means a lot to me, man. That really does. That really does. Yeah, I really appreciate that. You know, one thing I try to do here, and I've said this a bunch of times, is create that environment where people work together, help each other out, build a place where, regardless of skill level, you feel like, you know, there's something here that can help. There's something here that can actually, you know, and there are a lot of channels who do this as well. And I just wanted to make sure I created a space where people, you know, felt comfortable regardless of, like I said, their skill level, and gave them methods that I've tried myself that have actually worked. And it takes a while to put those build video or those farming videos together. So I really do appreciate that. And I'm glad they helped. Yes, Mark, I'll tell you something again, Mark of Blades. You know, he said he tries to give people the confidence to step into legendary and show them it can be done. You do give me the confidence. Still get my ass kicked, but you do give me the confidence. So there's that. So that's good. Like my goal is I still have yet to run legendary stronghold solo. I've gotten to a certain point and I'm like, damn it. But again, through his builds, I know I can do it. Rogue Gold, what's up, buddy? Yeah, man, we're doing a live chat talking about the game. All that good stuff. Just showing some of my favorite farming methods that I like to do. This is the Summit one, which I think, yeah, Blades, you're the one who speaking of Man of the Hour, he's the one who mentioned this, I think, farming idea in one of my previous videos. So again, this guy's just a legend. Another legend in the room. Rogue Gold is here. He's awesome as well. All right, let's get back to some more chat stuff, and then we'll get into, again, the footage you're looking at really quick, guys, is one of the things I get asked at the channel. What do I typically do when I'm farming for something specific? I play this game in like an hour and a half chunks. Like just bam, bam. You know what I mean? If the RNG is good, I'll maybe extend that. But if I'm not getting anything, like you'll see throughout this footage if you go back and look. And, you know, I'll probably, you know, do this thing for like, I don't know how long. Whatever, who cares? Whatever. I'll be on here for like an hour or so, 45 minutes. But the point is, if the RNG is good, like on certain, you know, exotic videos that I put together where I'm doing the exotic videos, that sounded like shit. When I do certain exotic farming videos, there are times when, like when I did, the perfect example is when I did how to get the bighorn. 2 or 3 of them dropped in like 10 runs. Like it was stupid, it was silly. And on that note, like when things are dropping, I play as long as I possibly can. We all know that in this game it can get very frustrating, so what I do is mix it up. I'll do Summit for a while. If that just isn't working, I'll jump to a mission, I'll do whatever. And again, I have my go-to places like Lincoln Memorial, American History Museum that can speed run. But for me, Lincoln Memorial is the spot. Like every day I check that. And if there's anything I happen to be looking for that's there, that's the one I'll hit up. All right, I want to keep going up. Just go a little bit. Again, Costco, thank you. The update videos. Yeah, so well, I don't want to talk about it yet, but you'll see next week. I can't get into it now. Skill builds work in solo ledge. Yep, that's exactly. You will see me switching from this build to a skill build, and I think 1 or 2 runs I wanted to switch. Yeah, I'm big on skill builds of the Foundry, and even with this, like, I don't know if it's on this run or the next. It just gets sideways, and I'm just getting tired of using the handgun, so I die once and I die again. It's like, you know what? Let's switch to skill. Use blades. Yeah, Blade, glad you're feeling better, dude. Yeah, glad you're on the mend for sure, 1000%. Guys, do me a favor, if you haven't as yet, hit that sub button, hit that like button. It really means a lot. Yeah, helps the channel out tremendously. Blades is on the mend. He was sick. Happy to have you getting back on the right track, my friend. Yeah, love Big Daddy X2005, love farming the level 10 summit stuff. It's insane. It's like this is where unicorns are found. Like, I started doing level 90 on the summit, and that was my first initial one I think I put together because you had, you know, 3 named enemies, 3 or 4, I can't remember, when you're farming level 90. Everyone kept saying farm 10, farm 10. So when I went to put together the how to get the bighorn video, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try 10. And I think I even say this in the video. And like I said, 3 dropped. It was absolutely insane. Oh, here's why, Lion King. Sergeant, why does your CTAR have sadist on it when you have on a tank? There's no reason for that whatsoever. It is completely pointless. However, there are certain weapons I have in the game. Like, real quick, right here, I just get sick of the fact that I'm dealing with all of the... I just wind up giving up at this point. But anyway, going back to the CTAR, I have certain weapons in the game where, depending on the build I'm running, I just re-roll the talent. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to farm for any more CTARs with a different talent. It's maxed out. So I'm going to re-roll that talent. Sometimes I forget to roll it to whatever build is on, because for this build, for instance, I just use my handgun. I don't touch anything else, so I'm not really worried about any of the other weapons. Should you be? Absolutely 1000%. Anytime you go into anything whatsoever in this game, you want to make sure you're equipped in case of whatever. But for me, I just don't bother doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like here, I just wind up giving up, and I'm like, you know what? I'm switching to a skill build. Mark, yes. And Mark hit it on the head right there. He said, the builds can only do so much. Playstyle is a big part of Legendary, 1000%. And that's why one of the things I try to talk about, you know, I think I view my build videos as beginner build videos. And I think Mark and other creators just next level. It's insane what you guys put together. And also the level of gameplay that you're able to accomplish in this game, you know. So for instance, with one of Mark's builds, try to put it together, put the build together, but because of how I'm used to playing the game, I can't do the type of damage that he's doing. But as I've progressed more and more, like I know 8 months ago I couldn't do Legendary solo. 8 months ago I could, maybe it was more than 8 months ago. It's been a minute since we've had new content, but the point is there were points where I couldn't run. It would take me 30 minutes to get through, you know, Lincoln Memorial on heroic with no directives, and now it takes me, you know, a quarter of that. So again, taking your time. One of the things I always talk about is go to a mission or control point that you're comfortable with, so you can see how the build responds to your style of gameplay. That's a huge thing. You may need more armor, more weapon damage. Again, try out different things for sure. Yeah, Rogue Gold. Rogue Gold is awesome. It's so many topics, just so many great things. I'm seeing what you're saying. Mr. Bradley, yeah, he's just amazing. Just such a good, you guys, it's going to be a really good year for the game, and you're going to hear that from a lot of people. We've been in a holding pattern for a while. We've been let down with information in regards to from the game itself, then things are changing. But again, always remember, guys, it's never like, oh, it's a developer fault, or it's this fault, or it's that fault. It's a big moving machine. We're dealing with COVID. Last 2 years have been a total shit show. And I think now, as we're moving forward, I think we're going to be getting a lot of the things that we should have gotten a while back, plus a lot more that would have been, you know, around this time as well. Okay, so Joe Mack asks, isn't it true that this big new content being tested now is only for the Chinese version of the game and not for the American side? All right, so we're not going to go into too much on that because understand every single country can be different in regards to what the game looks like, what the game plays like, things like that. And it's important to remember that. So for instance, in China, in certain areas, there are sanctions where, you know, a game has to look or sound or feel a certain way. So don't worry about, you know, oh, it's just for this game or it's for that game. You know, there is testing right now going on in Sweden for, you know, I don't know if it could be Heartland, it could be the new Division 2 content, it could be, we don't even know what it is. It could be for 1,000 different things, you know. And so again, try not to get too hyped up on, oh, what's it going to be? Just know that it's happening. You know what I'm saying? That's why I enjoy like Rogue's videos and in regards to discussion videos, Von Doom's videos, Blade's videos, you know, GC Rock does raid carries. All of these people are focused on the game at hand. And when the new stuff happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't answer that directly because I don't know what the version is for. I know they're hiring, but that that could mean everything. That could mean nothing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to get too caught up in it. I love hearing about it. Like I love speculation videos. I love, you know, talking point videos, things like that. But again, you know, we'll see what happens. Speaking of Mr. Von Doom, thank you, man. Super chat. Yeah, buddy. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Guys, another great content creator. Kamikaze Von Doom. Good people, man. Again, love this community. Love this community. All right, let me go down these chat things again. Playstyle is key. Absolutely. Yeah, so David, good to see you, my friend. He is a member of the channel. Guys, if you are so inclined, I'm going to leave a link once again. If you'd like to join, feel free. David is a member of the channel, which is awesome. And I'm going to catch up to questions, guys. Yeah, you know what? This is just kind of a last-minute thing, meaning I knew I was going to do it today. Typically with my live streams, or in this case, it's a live chat because the stuff is pre-recorded, as I've said. So I can chat with you guys. But I'll usually do like a reminder or set something. Just wanted to kind of jump off and just see how this thing went. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get back to it. The testing is for the regular version. Thank you, Rogue. So the testing they're doing is for the regular version of the Division. Mark of Blades. Very, 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 very good point. He says, I think people get so used to dominating heroic and not playing carefully that when they hit legendary, they find it hard because they have to play smart. All right. If you are inclined, for some reason whatsoever, to go back and to look at the footage of the beginning of this video. You know, I'm doing my running heroic. And Mark, your statement is so true because I'm running heroic, doing my Ridgeway build. I'm not paying attention to anything. It's like pray and spray. You know what I mean? I'm just holding the trigger down, trying to light people up because, like you said, I'm used to that. I know how long it's going to take. I know how hard the weapon's going to hit. I know how long it's going to take to actually take that NPC out. When you make that jump to legendary, you need to rethink everything. You need to know, like, you know, when I play, if I'm paying attention and I'm playing legendary and I'm using whatever build it may be, I'm making sure I'm cautious of everything, where my back is to the wall. You know, if I pass like a pillar right here, I can know that if I get flanked, I'm using that pillar right there as my sixth. So I'm not worried about getting hit from the back. It's around the sides and in front, so I can keep track of that with my shield. So that's a very, very good point. So what do we got? Sorry guys, trying to play catch up here. That's awesome, Robert. Yeah, I watch all these guys too. Thank you again, Von Doom, for the thumbs up and the super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys, if you could hit the thumbs up, that would mean a lot. Hit that sub button if you like. My goal is to try to, we're right there. If we can get to 24,000 subs by tomorrow, that would be sick. Because that means I'm 1 year and 10 months to the day at the channel. And to hit 24,000 before then would be pretty sweet. So again, whatever. Guys, we're in it for the long run. I'm not going anywhere, ever. I don't know if it's June or Jun723. Love this game. One of my top 5, but I can't wait for new things or even a new game would be nice. I agree 1,000%. That's why people are still here. You know, I have this conversation with a lot of different, not only gamers, but content creators, where it's like, guys, can you imagine when this game is popular? Can you imagine? I can't wait. This sounds so silly, but I can't wait to be held in a queue again, where it's like, oh man, 700, and it takes like, you know, a minute or less than that to get through it. But it's like, do you remember, guys, back in the day when there were queue times for this game? It's like you are 2,800 in the queue. It's like, shit, dude. There are a lot of people playing this thing. I'm gonna take the barbed wire off. Your backpack so you don't bleed. What else do we got? Yeah, Robert, nothing but skills. Fan of his as well. What build am I rocking? I left all of the builds, Mr. Von Doom, in the description down below. This one is just a skill build. Again, the link's below. Just, I think initially on this build, actually, I was running with glass cannon on the chest. Typically don't do that solo, and you'll see why in a little bit. I think I wind up dying 2 or 3 times, and I switched to kinetic momentum. But anyway, yeah. Again, and a great, to Mark's point earlier, on heroic, I don't have to worry about when I have quick, so I don't really pay attention. Oh, new member, what do we got? Trying to click on that. David Knight. Knight David, welcome to the brigade, my friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support, buddy. Really, really do. Awesome. Appreciate you guys. Certain builds, again, to Mark's point that he was saying earlier, I just run with heroic because I don't think about it. But there is a huge jump from legendary with that. Oh, Simon Taylor says, I just wish they'd correct the Feilau ending. Yeah, 1,000%, dude. That was a bummer. That was a big disappointment, and I know a lot of us felt that way. And again, I'm not going to dwell on it. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it does matter in a sense, but again, I may be alone thinking this. I know the devs are front and center to get blamed for certain things. I don't think it's on their shoulders. You know, they're not sitting there going, "Ooh, we're going to work on this." Then, "Ooh, this is going to change." I think a lot of things happen. I think especially in the last 2 years, there's been a lot of moving parts we haven't been privy to. But yeah, I was really bummed out with that as well. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping that it was just because of timing or whatever it was, and they couldn't get certain things done. I mean, I'm sure all of us, every single one of us in some way has been affected by lockdown and COVID and all of this stuff. If not, you know, health-wise and professionally, how things have shifted. I can't imagine trying to work on a game remotely this size. It's got to be impossible. And I know over the last 6 months, 8 months, things have obviously gotten much, much better. But point is, that just happened. So we've had a year and a half where it's been like half the, you know, buildings at home, half the buildings at work, and it's got to be super tough for them. So for me, I'd rather they wait. I'd rather they get it right. I'm patient. It's cool. I'd rather see it just done correctly. Where are we? Let me see that here. Do I cover level 30 DZ farming for resources? Okay, so real quick, I don't cover the Dark Zone that often. I'm not really proficient in the Dark Zone. However, I am putting together a video showing you how to farm for resources without actually having to farm for resources. Some people know, some people don't know that there's there are caches that are on a timer. I don't know what the timer is set to. It could be 5 minutes, could be 10 minutes. There are caches scattered all around the Dark Zone that as soon as you open them up, you get a Dark Zone resource. Now, it's a very tedious way to get DZ resources. Another way is to obviously get loot, break it down, then extract with that. But again, you got to get out of the DZ. For those of you that don't like, you know, trying to get out of the Dark Zone or even going in there to begin with, I'm trying to put together a map. And there are other videos you can look up on YouTube that have already done this, obviously. But just to show people who want to buy those Dark Zone exclusive items, when they're on sale, you know, do a little farming here and there over a week or two, whatever, stack that stuff, and hopefully you can get something. I know, Joe Mack, I'm pretty overwhelmed, man. We've got Von Doom, we have Blade, we have Rogue Gold. Just watching his stuff. I mean, I just got so amped up watching his video the other day, watching Von Doom's survival thing. Blades is dropping a video, I think, in a little bit, a build video. It's just like, man, this is beautiful. But this is what I love about the game. Going back to something I said a while back, this is my favorite aspect. It's the community that works together. Okay, let's see. Do the multiplicative perks, damage perks, excuse me, like target out of cover, also apply to skills as well? I think they do. Von Doom, you're smarter than I am, so if you are still here, if you could answer that question. Yeah. Wolfpack Gaming. There's a rumor that Massive might be adding some... Whoa, David Hamilton jumping in with a super chat. Yay, yay, yay. Let's see you do a live open world farming for new build and build on it. Hells yeah, we're doing that. Look, David, I've been waiting, and I'll get to a question I started to answer in a second. I'm getting all overwhelmed. You guys are awesome. Yes, so again, to be clear, for those of you just tuning in, this is pre-recorded footage. There's something I'm putting together for next week that's going to be a weekly occurring event where I wanted to make sure I knew exactly how to have pre-recorded footage so I could talk to you directly and pay attention to the questions. Can't multitask in this game, people. Like, I can't. Like, I'm dying already, and I'm not even multitasking. I think I still have glass cannon on, that's why. But anyway, point is, just... Yes, your answer, the answer to the question, David, is yes. I will do live open world farmings, new build on it, all that same stuff. Without a doubt. Absolutely live. I'm looking forward to that as well. So this is just one aspect of the channel. I've been waiting to go live for a while. And I know this is kind of quasi-live, you know, but at least I can chat with you guys, which I love. So let me go back up to something real quick. Wolfpack, you said there's a rumor that Massive might be adding exotic weapon mods and exotic magazine and blah, 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 all that stuff. So all of that stuff is just speculation and rumor. They may be doing it, they may not be doing it. And unfortunately right now, because we haven't been given a lot of information from the game directly, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with speculating this or hearing this and talking about this, but in my opinion, and this is what I say, because I do enjoy speculation videos, talking point videos, I love them. Make sure even, and I've said this earlier, even when it's coming directly from the game, I just wait until it actually happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to see it happen. I don't want to get so amped up on something, then feel like I've been let down when it may be in the works, it may not be. So if that's something that is actually being worked on, that'd be insane, because I know for a fact I would spend my entire day farming for that stuff. I mean, to get exotic, are you kidding? Weapon mods, backpack mods, things like that. Which brings me to a question I know someone asked earlier. Why can't you equip 2 exotics at once like you could in the first game? Well, in the first game you could have all exotics equipped if you want. However, I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Like, for instance, if I was running RIDGEWAYS Pride with the Memento and Coyotes, you'd be unstoppable. Or even just, I mean, there are just so many, there's a lot of OP stuff in this game, you know? So, or you imagine having Hunter's Fury, Lady Death, Scorpio Shotgun, RIDGEWAYS Pride, Memento Backpack, equipped at the same time. It'd just be insane. It'd be out of control. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's something that could happen one day, but who knows? Scrolling down. Yeah, the devs do get a bad comment for doing their job. It's tough. It's got to be really tough. You know what I mean? So again, you know, support each other, be cool, all that good stuff. Rob, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. You have a route basically memorizing the DZ. You can run in about 15 minutes. It picks up nearly 50 DZ resources. Rob, do me a favor. Hit me up, message me on Twitter. I want to rap out about that, because I've been trying to put different routes together. I haven't been able to. That sounds exactly what I am looking for. And I'll just call it the Rob farming method. That's in your honor, dude. Like Rob's DZ farming method. I may word it a little differently, but you're in there, dude, 1000%. So message me on Twitter. I'd love to chat about that. Wolfpack Gaming, yes, multiplicative damage does work with skills, but only with drone and turret, which is pretty much the only skills I use, so that is good to just confirm. Thank you for that, Wolfpack. Destroyer, what is up, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. Let's see where we're at. I'm trying to play catch up. You guys are awesome. Again, if you were just turning in, I said that like 800 times. If you're just tuning in, showing you some gameplay footage of farming, talking about the game, all that good stuff. This is kind of a test run for something I'm doing next week. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, let me know in the comments section. I'd really, really appreciate it. It does mean a lot. A lot of fun things moving forward with the channel. Towards the end of this, I'll get into, you know, games I'm going to be covering, future games, things like that. But right now, it's straight Division talk. Yes, Rob, without a doubt, open world farming for a new build, definitely. Hello, software. Hello from South Africa. This is so cool. Like, I don't know why. Again, it's you know, I've had the idea of doing one of these early in the morning. And again, Mr. Kamikaze Von Doom yesterday had an early morning survival run. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. They're awesome. You guys, if you're here, you're obviously at his channel as well. The guy's a legend. But the point is, got me thinking, yeah, you know what I want to jump into? I want to try streams in the morning, see how it goes. So again, this is a shorter one. It's going to be about probably another 30 minutes. It's great. The kids are at school. Wife's off to work. I'm at home. I work from home, so I'm not just like a total lazy bastard. But yeah, it's a quiet time. I love it. I don't have to worry about anything. Open world. Yeah. So again, guys, I promise you, I definitely will do an open world farming build. And yes, I would wind up using the Scorpio because that's my go-to weapon. Though I need to really diversify my builds in the sense of what I use on a daily basis, because chances are when things come out, when we get that new content, there are going to be so many new weapons, new gear sets, new talents. You want to make sure you're, you know, decent at running different types of builds. So that's one thing I know I have to work on, is make sure that I actually, you know, work on different, you know, types of builds. You know, let's say, for instance, I'll jump from a shotgun build, which I've been using, you know, with the Scorpio nonstop. I jump on the Chameleon, I'm like, oh man, my aim's off, or this or that or whatever. So I do try to work on different builds depending on what I'm doing, as long as just being comfortable with them. MC Jumper, thank you for the support, my friend. Really, really appreciate it. Simon Taylor, Lady Death all the way. It is a beast. Oh, where'd we go? Hang on. Oh man, I have a lot of catching up to do. Yikes. Yeesh, Lady Death all the way. Benjamin, subscribe to your channel. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Level 40 in New York, right on. You could use some help looking for people who play also. You want to start a clan. I just completely that comment, but yeah, a lot of clans out there, man. I know I'm going to quote unquote restart mine. Benjamin, let me know, what platform do you play on? Excuse me. Jacob has a good point. With the idea of having you equip all of the exotics at once, if they allow you to equip all the exotics, they have the chance to balance them around that idea, making them weaker, which would defeat the whole point, which is a perfect, I mean, that's a great point. You know, I think that's a pretty decent LMG. The Sleipner, Sleipner, I think it's pronounced. I'm not huge. Recently, I've been doing a lot of LMGs, but for me, what I like to do is I love the talent focused for an LMG. Like I did a build a little while back. Sawyer's knee pads, focused on the chest. I think I had I forgot what was on the bag, but it just shot like a laser beam. It was awesome. Again, shout out to South Africa. Kamikaze is in the house. I know. I can't believe it. It's amazing. Oh, yeah. If Kami says Sleipner is awesome, hit it up, dude. If he's saying that, I think I'm saying it right. Sleipner, whatever. Yeah. Oh, that's right. He did one. He did a Sleipner video. Kamikaze Von Doom. Check out his channel. Dude, if you're looking for builds, go to that dude. He's got it figured out. Specialization station in the summit lobby. They do need to do that. That's a great point. I thought when I first saw that, I thought about recalibration. I'm like, yeah, there's one there. I'm like, you know what? No, because it would be nice to be able to switch that. Hello from Germany again. Build. Oh yeah, I put together an apartment build. I think Simon Taylor says I finally got the apartment this week. Just need to build for that. Any tips? If you're looking to get used to the weapon, I suggest, and again, you know, this is kind of one of my go-to things, but jump on that. Start everything off with Hunter's Fury, 4-piece. Memento if you have it on the bag, Intimidate or something else on the chest. Get that balance of armor to weapon damage ratio that feels good for you, and then just kind of go from there. The reason why I like using Hunter's Fury initially when I'm trying out a new build, even if it's an AR build, even though I'm not getting that weapon damage bonus, it's more about the actual talent that, you know, disorients enemies within a small radius around you. If you're not and that weapon is built for pretty much a run and gun build. You can obviously also use a pulse skill or the scanner. Well, not scanner. What is it? Is it disrupt? I can't think of the word right now. I don't know. But anyway, you guys know what I'm saying. You can hit the when you're using the gunner specialization. I can't think of the name of the pulse, but someone will write it in chat. But anyway, you can use that as well. Yeah. Morning survival. Kami's morning survival thing was lit yesterday. It was sick. See, I'm just trying to play catch up, guys. Negotiators build, Bullet King build. Yeah, dude, that's a lot of fun. Negotiators Bullet King build I put together a little while back. Was a lot of fun. Ask him on Discord. Yes. Talk to Kami on Discord if you're interested in joining his. Hey, what's up? Steven S. You have a good day too, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're well. Anyway, for people who are interested in an active clan or in Discord, hit up Von Doom's channel. You'll see his Discord links, stuff like that. Lion King, have I ever thought about putting together builds around some of the more less common weapons? Absolutely. Just time management wise, I don't really have the time at this point, but I'm definitely getting back into it. Hence, you know, having a live stream this morning. Bradley, I do not play on PC. I only have a PC character, so I can do like the PTS, the testing, stuff like that. I don't ever play on PC. I have a character on PlayStation. This is my primary thing. This is what I'm using nonstop. I will be starting up a clan on PlayStation as well, but that'll be within the next like probably month or so. I'll definitely put out a post about that. We are caught up in this. Non-popular weapons, yeah. Trying to go down. Are we caught up? Oh, cool. I think I'm actually almost caught up. Banshee Pulse. Thank you, Rob. Couldn't think of the word. Banshee Pulse. Absolutely. Guys, if you haven't already, thank you for reminding me again, Mr. Von Doom. Hit that like button. If you're brand new to the channel, hit that sub button as well. Okay, Joe, I want to talk to you about that. Hang on. I'm going to also put a link if you guys have any interest in joining the channel. I'd love for you to be a part of it. That'd be awesome. Again, there is no, you join, great. If not, great. Doesn't really matter. You know, any support does help out a lot. Okay, so there are 2 comments in a row. One from Joe Mack. I just love how much purple trash we're getting on Heroic. Now, when you say that, Joe, because for me, and I'm just talking about my own gameplay, I do not get purple loot on Heroic. Now, if you're opening, you know, weapon cases, then you may get a purple. The only time I've seen purple loot fall from an enemy is that one loot goblin guy around Christmas, who's still out, by the way. If you still want to get the chill out mask, you can. That's for another video. But the point is, I don't see purple loot on Heroic. I see it if you're opening, not like caches, but if you're opening different crates, like those little weapon crates around, things like that, then I'll see it, or item crates. But other than that, I really don't see it that much. A lot of people talking about Division 2 is dead. Simon Taylor says, a lot of people are talking about Division 2 is dead. New content, playing from the beginning. I know, there's no other game like it, Simon. You said it. You know, and sometimes I'll play for 30 minutes. Sometimes I'll play for an hour and a half. Sometimes 2 hours. And for me, it's about enjoyment of the game. If there's something I'm looking for. And I think what happens is, you know, when I look at certain builds I have, certain pieces of gear, It's taken me a minute to get those. Now, I have had sessions where I'm just everything is just God roll, God roll, God roll, God roll. Like this session here, I'm going to probably go for another 20, 25 minutes. Let's say, yeah, about 20 minutes or so. But the point is, with a lot of the pieces you're seeing in this build and with this actual farming run, there was a lot of decent stuff. But you can also see here with my, recalibration library, there have been certain things that have eluded me in this game, and I have thousands of hours in this thing, I think. I mean, I'll have to look at the home screen eventually, but I've played it for a minute. So again, it does take a while to get the stuff, and it is worth the grind. Where are we at now? But yeah, purple. Yeah, but purple on heroic does suck, because it's like, dude, I'm on heroic. Why am I getting purples? And the main reason they did that on regular weapon crates is because what they didn't want to have happen is this. They don't want people changing the difficulty to heroic and just going around the map opening crates and getting high-end stuff. They want you to actually earn it. So I haven't seen it drop from too many enemies or bosses, but if you have, definitely let me know. Shield pistol builds for the summit, Roaming Ghost Gaming. There is a link in this video that is going to show you the build I'm using. It's a monster. I absolutely love it. Once you get used to it, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I'll let you know, Benjamin, as soon as I start that new clan on PlayStation. I'll put an announcement on here and on Twitter and all that good stuff. One kid at college and another graduated. Right on, Rob. Yeah. I've got 2 freshmen in high school. I won't talk about it. That's for another video. Yeah. Anyway, we're moving on. Okay. You got like 5 loot goblins on a summit run. That's insane, Frank. Good to see you, Frank. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. What else we got? Let's try to play a little catch up. Deflector shield with Regulus. Kami, I still need to get that Regulus, man. We gotta do a run. We haven't done that. I still don't have that. Great question for Von Doom, since he plays PvE and PvP. How would you feel if Dark Zone exclusives came into the open world that can only be obtained through rogue agents? It's a good question. I addressed it earlier. I'll let you let Kami address that one. Again, I'm fine with it. I don't care. Like, that's just my play. That's just my opinion, because I don't jump in the Dark Zone that often. Now, raid exclusives are an entirely different thing. I want to save that for a different video. But again, as long as you can get them in named caches, stuff like that. So yeah. Destroyers, there's 40. All your pups. Right on. Rob coming in with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, guys. That really, I mean, it's. Again, you've heard me say it, blah, 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 blah. I appreciate this. I appreciate this channel. When I started this thing off, my goal was to get to 1,000 subs within 6 months. And this thing has taken a turn, and it's because of you. It's because of this community, and it's not about the money, the super chat. It's nothing. That's not what I'm referencing when I say that. It's just these conversations, people working together, people having a good time, and loving a game, while they're doing it. And it's great to have that, again, as you've heard me say 1,000 times, a toxic-free gaming environment where people are working together. That is what I love. That is what I love. So, thank you all so much for the incredible support. I do appreciate it. Okay, so, Sicario. I want to address something. Here's a good... Sicario says the EV should be an exotic casuals. Now, if you were to ask me that question a year ago, I would have said, hell yeah, it should. 1,000%. I would have agreed with you 1,000%. However, since then, I've joined my first raid group. I've raided for the weapon. I was actually able to pick it up, in 3 or 4 attempts. And I'm telling you, Sicario, there are so many different clans out there. Not clans, excuse me. Discord channels, Kamikaze Von Doom, GC Rock. does raid runs all the time. These are creators who want to help their community get these items. Now, I would love to do a raid run, except I suck. And here's a good point, and the point I'm trying to make is the exotics are worth the grind. Certain ones are. The Eagle Bearer definitely is. And my point to what I'm saying about them being in caches is if, you know, if it was like, let's say, a project, I could get behind that. Let's say every week you have to complete something, it takes you a month to get a weapon. Okay, I'm okay having that happen. But there's so much enjoyment playing in a group on the raids. And to give you a quick example, for my first raid, you know, again, Kamikaze Von Doom was gracious enough to put a raid group together. I joined. I made it very clear to him that I said, look, I suck. I don't know what I'm doing. Give me the easiest job to do in the raid. And he did. And when you go into these raid groups and with certain people, they want to do raid carries. They want to help you out. They're going to tell you, ooh, look at that Carbine 7. That thing's a beast. I forgot about that. That thing's a monster. Anyway, the point is this. Go into those raid groups. Do a little research. Kamikaze Von Doom, GC Rock, join their Discord. Let them know you've never done them before. They're going to walk you through it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's definitely worth it. I hear what you're saying, and I understand why. But, yeah. Okay, where were we? Got on a little rant there. Deflected. Got past Rob. You do find that rogues frequently do drop named items. Yeah, they do. They do. They're great. I put out a video on how to farm rogue agents. Some of my favorite places to look for them. Again, I don't have a link there, but it is on my channel somewhere, and it does help. It's just places where I've seen the best luck. Control points, things like that. I am not running on PC. I mean, I have a PC character, but again, it's just for the PTS. The best set up a striker gear set behind. Been trying to find the right setup for it. Canadian Demon, what do you mean by setup? Are you talking about what weapons to use, talents, stuff like that? Give me a little bit of a heads up. Yeah, Robert, GC Rock, he does raids all the time. Raids all the time. It's just, it's awesome. It's awesome to see. So again, definitely give that a consideration. Did Von Doom already a Triker Pestilence? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is this in Von Doom? If it gives you a tip on a build, jump into that. Let's see where we're at. Fenrir Spotter, Night Watcher. That's a sick build right there, Simon. So Eric's, what is the best way to farm the summit? So there's a link in this video that's going to show you one of my favorite ways to farm the summit. I recommend checking out that link. I have a Negotiator's Dilemma build I put out about a week ago, I think. You can check that out as well. Yeah, I recommend those things out for sure. Graybeard, how old are you, if you mind my ask? I'll tell you this. I'm between 40 and 50. We'll leave it at that. How about that? I figure, you know, so and with the name Graybeard, it makes me sound like, you know, I'm like 70 or 80. It's this whole thing. When I hit 50,000 subs, I'll tell you the story. I was going to say 100,000, but when you hit 50,000, I'll tell you the whole story behind the name. Because now I'm stuck with it. Like, yeah, I'm stuck with that name, which is fine. Bring back Division 1 Striker build. Bradley, could you imagine? Oh, could you imagine? That'd be sick. Sequence of a good weapon. Yeah, the Carbine is sick. That was a good drop. I know. And again, you guys, look, so all the footage you're seeing, like I said at the beginning of this thing, this is pre-recorded from yesterday so I could focus on the chat. But this is non-stop gameplay for an hour and a half. So all the gear, all the pieces you've seen me get, this is all in succession. So again, heroic, legendary, some directives on, some directives off, trying out a few different things. That's, you know, typically how I'll run it, and I'll just do it in the Summit Floor 10 because I've just had really, really good luck there. Reactions are getting slow. Gotta stop. I'm almost 15. The reactions are getting slow. Hey man, I just started. I had these back issues for a while. Total side note, but just started working out again, like on my regular like 6 a.m. routine, hitting up the gym at 6 a.m. every day, and it's just kicking my ass. But it's good. The key is to keep moving. All right, what else we got? Disappointment in leaving a safe house near. Yeah. I wish I could answer that, but I really don't hit. Sorry, I'm responding to something I saw earlier. Trying to play catch up. My big disappointment is leaving a safe house, hear the alert for rogue agents nearby, and have no clue in what direction, so you lose out. Okay, so, Monsieur, hit up that video I was talking about. It's somewhere in my library. I need to start putting playlists together. I suck. I still feel like a rookie at this thing, but the point is, I show you some of those places, so when you hear that alert, you know where they're coming from. Because there's a safe house in New York, and I actually highlight that in the video, and it's one of two spots that they do jump from. Not jump from, you guys know what I'm saying. What we got here, let's see. I am younger, by a wee bit, buddy, a wee bit. Yes, so, is it Demon? Demon Walker. I'm really seeing that when you put towns together, it's really powerful, and that's why this game is fun. And that's the thing, is that, you know, if I go back to playing the first division, never really put the time into builds and whatnot. Then I discovered different channels, and, you know, I started my channel less than 2 years ago. But the point is when I actually focused on what I was doing, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm putting out a ton of damage. And more importantly, you're realizing how these things actually work together. So when you're working, let's say, with the Hunter's Fury, and you have Intimidate on the chest, and that directly coincides with Hunter's Fury because you're getting those damage talents between, you know, I think 10 to 15 meters, whatever it is. And then you have Adrenaline Rush on your bag, which is giving you bonus armor because you're still, again, your enemies are within a certain range, and then you have a certain shield equipped, like the Striker Shield. So you're getting a weapon damage bonus with that. So as you learn all these details, it completely changes the game. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Mr. Bradley, he says it's funny how our generation is still gaming. I don't think it's something I love. I mean, clearly, you know, I got the channel going, whatever, but the point is, like, I love it. I sincerely love it. I really do. Like, if I have free time, I'm jumping on a game, jumping on a different game. You know, different things. AJ, we definitely need new content. Oh, and yes, guys, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you're new to the channel. Remember, I'm going to leave a link to the join button if you are so inclined. Yeah, so AJ, excuse me, we're in dire need of new content, and it's one of those things, even without new content, it shows you how popular this game is. And again, in you know, the channel, the size of my channel is decent. I'm thrilled. I can't believe I have almost 24,000 subs. Like, it's silly. Like, I don't, whatever, that's a whole nother story for another day. But my point is, when I put out certain videos, it's getting 5, 6, 7,000 views. That's on a game that's been dead for a year. So it shows you how many people still truly play this game. You know what I mean? And that's what we have to focus on, is once that new stuff comes out, there's going to be a rush of people jumping back in, and it's going to be amazing. Hello, John. First time catching you live. Just got into Division 2. Good friend, and have been loving it. Yeah, John, it's a great time, and it's a perfect time truly to be playing the game. You will have no shortage of content for like ever. You know, it's funny because I started playing Rainbow Six Extraction, which I love, and again, that's for a different video, but never really been into first-person shooters. And now I'm like, should I try Destiny 2? And I think to myself, man, that game's like almost 5 years old, 4.5 years old. I can't imagine grinding out for that just to get ready for the Witch Queen, which comes out like, you know, 20 days or whatever. But to my point is that you're gonna have a ton of stuff to do, man. Like a ton of stuff to do, and it is a lot of fun, and the community is awesome. And John, you are welcome for the content and the guides. It's my pleasure. It's our family that we're building here at the channel. Like, I can't tell you the idea of putting this channel together and the reality. It was just amazing, and it has to do with, you know, I wanted to build that place where we're just working together, helping each other out, no toxicity. There really isn't any at this channel, and I love that, and I really appreciate that. Striker build with skill tiers, trying to play catch up again. Yeah, I love looter shooters. That's like for me. So since this game came out in 2016, it's been my, and when they announced the second one, and just, oh man, it's been just my go-to thing. I just love it. I mean, I've never been into a game like this before. I never considered ever starting a YouTube channel. It was never in my wheelhouse. It was never something I wanted to do. And this honestly started because of this game, because of the pandemic, and because of the ban waves that took place when Warlords came out. Had those three things not coincided together at the same time, I never would have started a channel, without a doubt. Hey Sergeant, do you think we will see, Division 3 in the near future? If so, where would you like to go? Okay, so do I think we're going to see one in the near future? No, I do not. I think there is going to be a Division 3. I do not think it's going to be anytime soon. I think we'd be years away. Could be wrong. What about if that's what they're working on now? Who knows? But I think it's going to be a minute. Love to see it in LA. Would love to see that. Yeah, so it's funny. So, George, you have people who love skill builds and hate skill builds. And, guys, I'm going to do this for about 10 more minutes, and I got to go grab the kid and all that stuff. But really quick, George is talking about the fact that he says he hates skill builds. You do almost nothing. You wait sometimes, you know, people can fall asleep doing it. Like I call certain skill builds my snack builds, because I literally will have a bowl of cereal or a snack while the skill build's doing its thing. Like I can think of so many times where I'm farming Lincoln Memorial, or not Lincoln Memorial, excuse me, MLK Memorial Library, that control point, and I just post up and just snack away while the skills are doing all their stuff. I love it. Kami wants to know where his espresso is. Yeah, dude, don't even get me started, man. I told you yesterday my coffee maker broke. But they're sending me a third one for free. It's like, I don't want another coffee maker. Like, just, like, give me one that works. Anyway, whatever. I don't want to get into it. Do you think the new Red Hot Chili Peppers album will be the first and then the update? Yeah, thankfully, I don't think it's that bad. Kamikaze Von Doom saying, what if, after the end credits of the Division movie, they announced Division 1 remastered? That'd be insane and my head would explode. I can't deal with that. The what if factor. Yeah, order some pizza today. I'm going to have to. Well, after this, so I've got it, like I said, in like 5 minutes or so, I'm going to bounce because I got to go do I didn't do my 6 a.m. workout today because I was too sore from yesterday, so I got to go now. But I do need coffee, without a doubt. Once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, just showing you some farming gameplay, been answering questions all morning long. You guys are absolutely amazing for being here. I think we got up to like 90-something viewers at once, which is a total record for this channel. It's 10 a.m. my time on a Thursday, and you guys are showing up. I appreciate you so much. Once again, if you're new, hit that sub button. If you enjoyed this, you can hit the like button as well. I'm going to put, for the last time, one more time, a link to joining the channel if you want. But just, I appreciate you guys, and I want you to know that. And one thing I want to end on really quick is I'm going to be covering many more games at this channel. You know, in this month alone, I've been doing Rainbow Six Extraction. I've been having a ton of fun with that. I really, really like it. I'm going to be covering Horizon Forbidden West, which comes out this month. Elden Ring, which comes out this month. I have high hopes for those games. We'll see what happens. I know Horizon's going to be amazing. We'll see what happens with Elden Ring. Main reason I bring this up is I haven't mentioned the Division or Heartland or anything like that. And that's because that's never going to change. Like, this channel was built around this game. It is always going to be a staple for this community. So, you know, I get messages sometimes on my other videos, and I appreciate it. You guys watch those videos, you like them, you comment. When you do that on those other videos, it only helps the channel out. And again, never watch anything you don't want to. But my point is, a lot of the times I get messages saying, does this mean you're going to stop covering the Division? And the answer is no. I will never, ever, 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 ever stop playing this game. When this game is just completely gone, then I'll stop. But it's never completely gone. Dude, Kamikaze Von Doom, yesterday, did a survival video, and it kicked ass. Because people still play survival from a game that came out in 2016. I know when survival came out, 2017, but you guys get my point. 5 years ago, a game drops. People are still playing it. So again, guys, I promise you I'm never going anywhere. You don't have to worry about that. Mobile games. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Covering other stuff. Okay, Mr. Walker. Yes, I have. So I had one thing, and I think it's on tape. And again, I'm going to wrap this up in about 5. Hitting up a control point. I want to say it was MLK Memorial Library. It was that, or what's the one by the Capitol building? The plane crash, whatever. Anyway, the point is this. It was hit up with like a resource convoy, an elite patrol, rogue agents, and something else. And I was there for like 25 minutes clearing the thing. Like, it was insane. And thankfully, I had a skill build. So I just, again, kept eating my snack and let it do its job. Can it post a link to his channel? Give me a second. I think I can do that. Let me see if I can multitask. I don't know if I can. Hang on. I'm trying to get a link to Kami's channel real quick. Or if not, he can do it. But I think I can. If I click this button, and then I click... you know what, Kami? If you can hit a link, would you do that? That'd be great. Because I'm trying to figure this out, and it's just not going well. So yeah, guys, that's I think we might do it for this stream. Again, this was a practice one. It went you guys are amazing. 84 likes. I sincerely appreciate all of you so much. I really, really do. So moving forward, what I intend to do is I will have live streams where, you know, like I'm streaming, working on builds, doing stuff like that, just live gameplay where we're trying to find certain pieces of gear, whatever it may be. So live streams will be happening. Another thing I'm going to be doing is, and King, is that Kami's channel link? I think it is. So anyway, excuse me. Another thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing videos like this on a weekly basis where we just sit down, we wrap out, we talk about the game, I show you some gameplay footage, all that as well. I'm really looking forward to it. I really, really am. And I want to talk about what's happening next week, but I don't want to talk about it as yet. Nothing major, nothing crazy. But yeah, there are a few different things I've had the idea of, you know, doing for a while. Now I finally have the free time to actually do it. Feeling healthy again, all this stuff. So again, guys, I'm trying to end this in like a minute. Can we get to 100 likes in less than a minute? If you haven't hit that like button, we're at 89 right now. That would be absolutely insane. That'd be so cool. Any good price for modern? I do not know. I do not know, George. I wish I did, but I don't. Yeah, thankfully, that's the only thing I like about, you know, I see just certain graphics on PC and it's amazing. But the next-gen consoles, I'm happy because you have them and that's it. And I was lucky enough to be able to pick one up, but again, that's for a different story. You guys, yeah, I cannot thank you enough for the support that you've shown me, that you continue to show, you know, the channel. It's one of those things where, like, I know I keep saying it, and I keep saying it for a reason, but it really, really means a lot. You know, it's one of those things where, I'll keep talking for a few more minutes, like 10 more minutes, 5, 10 more minutes, but this is what I love. different comments, different things, and I've wanted to do something where I'm more focused on the community than I am what I'm actually doing in the game. That's why it's a chat, not a live chat, not live stream. We're going to be going in this series that I'm starting to do with the live chats. We're going to be talking about everything in the future, from just farming and closed testing and Heartland and new content and recalibration and different games we're going to be covering, and just there's a lot to get to. And again, to end this, and I want to end this on the note so you guys hear me say it and so you guys know, I have no doubt whatsoever that we're going to be getting content for the game. And I think for many people out there, they're worried that this game is still going to pull like an Anthem and just bail. Guys, we are so far past that taking place. If we go back to Anthem, which, by the way, I loved that game when it first came out. Anthem, it was like Iron Man and Avatar mixed into one. The gameplay was beautiful. The mechanics were amazing. It was an empty shell of a game. And that's what sucks. I remember one mission in that game. It was like, kill 500 of these enemies, then kill 400 of those. And it was like a 4-hour side quest, but it was a main mission objective. And it's like, dude, this is a roadblock. There's nothing behind this thing. See, my point is this. We are so far past the point of this game disappearing. We've got movies, we have books, we have audiobooks, we have a new game mode, we have just so many different things. So many different things. And I haven't even talked about X Defiant, and I know that's not a Division game, but there are Division aspects in there, and it's getting that name out there. So again, the future looks really, really good. And I know it's tough to say, or it's tough to see in some sometimes, because we haven't had that in a while. We haven't had anything to look forward to. And unfortunately, the things we looked forward to, we just had an apparel event that got canceled. And Project Nightmare got canceled. When the summit launched, it really didn't launch well at all. They were talking about fixes to a mode that hadn't even launched as yet. So it was tricky, but again, understand, people, during the COVID pandemic, all that stuff, I'm taking all that stuff into consideration. I ask that you do as well. Just because, again, everyone wants the same thing, the best game possible, and I really think this is going to be a really good year for us. Yeah, Darren, farming sometimes, and look, here's the thing. When it comes to farming, what time am I at? I gotta make sure I'm not late, because if I'm late, my trainer's gonna literally kick my ass. Like, she will kick my ass. Okay, I have 8 more minutes I can talk. No, 5 more minutes I can talk. There are certain times when you're going to farm and you're just going to get great stuff over and over. There are certain days within the first 30 minutes I'm like, I'm done playing this game for the day. Like, I'm done. Other days where it's like I can't get enough because of the whole RNG thing. So what I usually do, and that's why I've been showing this footage, is I hit stuff up that I'm proficient at that I can do over and over and over again, strictly because I want to make sure I'm maximizing my gameplay. And we'll get into this in another video, but for me, when it comes to farming, it's a job. I'm not like, ooh, let's try these different missions. I'm like, oh, Lincoln Memorial has shotguns? Boom. I'm going to hit that up as many times in a row as I can. Yeah, Joe Max, same thing. It's a tough, dude. When you don't get that RNG, it is, yeah. Tyler, you know what? I'll tell you what, man. I would have been lost in the Division 2 without this community as well, without a doubt. Hello, Daniel. What's going on? Oh, you're catching it just at the end. Good to see you, though. I appreciate you stopping by. And Jesus only died for some of our sins. It's a very, very good point. Thank you for that, brother. Well, okay, you know what? We're going to end it on this note right here with Monsieur. The main takeaway is players being asses about the lack of content is going to speed up the release of any new content. Now, that is 100% true. And always remember, guys, we want to think, dude, we're three likes away from hitting 100. But, sorry, I just looked down and saw that. And I'm going to put the link one more time to join if any of you guys want to. But really quick, yes, Monsieur was mentioning, people being asses about the lack of content. Yes, that's not going to speed anything up. I understand why people are frustrated. And People use the term "we've been lied to." I don't think it's a lie. I don't think we're being lied to. No dev is sitting there going, "Oh, you know what? Let's talk about this new game mode we're going to have, and then we're going to cancel it at the last moment." No one is saying that. But things shift in a business. Remember, it's a multi. The studios have such a big say in things, huge say. Everything gets greenlit by them, and so unfortunately, they have a path, and then it changes, and you know people are complaining, and I understand it because a lot of the community, not just with this game, it's been small compared to games like Cyberpunk. Look at Modern Warfare, the new one. That's just a hot mess, and so it's knowing that, all right, they want the best thing, something took place, let's hope they actually fix the things, and I sincerely believe that The Division is on that track. Joe Mac, this is the only game I've ever played that I meet many people our age and am accepted. Yeah, you know what? It's funny because I started playing Rainbow Six Extraction the other day. Now I've met some great people on there, but I've also just, it's like, man, no thank you. And again, it's a whole different thing. One of my buddy's friends, one of my buddy's sons called this like, it's like a Fortnite for old people. I'm like, I'll take that shit. I'll take that every day, dude. Yeah, Tyler, we're just doing a live thing real quick. Actually, on this note, guys, I do have to go. I'm thinking about travel time and all that stuff. I want you all to know how much I appreciate you. You guys are absolutely amazing. We are building an amazing community, an amazing family. You guys are awesome. I cannot thank you enough for the support you've shown me, shown the channel. This is going to be the first of many, many live chats and live streams that happen in the future. And yeah, as always, my friends, I appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. I hate just leaving chat because I still things popping up and I still want to go. Still want to, yeah, John, we hit 101 likes. You guys are awesome. But most importantly, guys, as I always say at the end of the video, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, help each other out. And I will see you in the next one for sure. Probably am going to put out a Bighorn build video tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll do another one of these. Who knows? Go to the community section on my page. If I get enough thumbs up on this one, maybe I'll do another one of these tomorrow and do a little more chatting. So again, appreciate you all. Keto greetings from California. I see you're in Holland. Guys, I gotta finish this thing up. As always, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and I will talk to you soon. That was my hands. That was a weird sound my hands made. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you. Take care, be kind. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Take it easy.